Hello my friends and welcome to today's video, and today I want to talk to you about why you know something is right but you don't do it. Because you know exercising is good for you, you know you should do it, but it's so hard to kind of get it done. Why you should eat more healthy but you don't do it, or why you know you should do a certain thing but you don't do it. And you have probably heard this before. Beliefs. We have so many beliefs that we have been programmed since birth and up until now, and we also will get in the future. The key is just to be aware of that and to know that we have them. And every time you're thinking something like, this was a mistake, or I can't do that, or I'm not good enough, that is a belief. Or every time someone tells you something, it's a belief if you take it in. So all we have are beliefs. So an example that I give a lot is like, if you want to find your soulmate, you want to find that perfect boyfriend, but you just can't. Or every time you find someone, you find yourself kind of pulling back or drawing back or finding all kinds of mistakes about them. It's because maybe it's because you deep down have a belief that you're not worthy of love, or that you're not good enough to have this really good person. It could also be a job, a career that you really, really want, but you're afraid to go after it because you don't think you're good enough. You don't think you can do it. That's beliefs. And trust me, I know how big an impact they can have. When I was in high school, I was very shy, or that's kind of the term for it. I was not very loud. I didn't talk very much. I was kind of into myself and didn't have a lot of friends. There was a time where I didn't have any friends, and I kind of isolated myself, and I was always afraid to raise my hand because I was afraid that to ask a question, because I thought people would think I was stupid, and I didn't want that. And you probably also know all of these. Like, I was afraid to be made fool of, or people think I was stupid or something like that. And now that's 20 years ago at least, so it has changed so much. And and I know that because I started studying again a few years ago, and from that then and now I could see a complete difference. And I know it's because I've been doing this work on beliefs and this inner work of trusting myself more, feeling more confident, and that changed it. That turned me from like okay grades to the highest grades you can get. So this is a thing. And it's the same thing in the rest of your life. If you like want a family or you want a great career, it's the same thing. If you don't have confidence at some level in yourself, you don't believe deeply that you deserve it, because maybe you've always been told that you can't do that, or you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're stupid, you can't do that, and you believe that and you have it deep down. It may be subconscious, meaning it's something that you don't think about, it's something you don't know. I'm telling you this and you're saying, oh no, I don't have that. But maybe you do, because it's subconscious. But back to that. So beliefs, they control how we think, how we act, because they're subconscious. So when we believe something, we kind of we take that into our actions, and that's why we spoil that relationship, because our subconscious is taking care of us. Or because you always learned that I'm not lovable, like people don't love me, I don't deserve love, then you keep spoiling that. You see, I hope you see what I'm talking about, and maybe you don't really understand it, but as long as it makes sense. And then the second thing is fear. Fear is the number one thing that holds us back and that really controls our actions, whether they are conscious, like something we know about, or subconscious, something that we don't know but it's still controlling us in some way. Like the fear of failure or the fear of rejection, that's conscious, usually at least, but it can also be subconscious. But that's something that, like I said, if you want something and you keep finding yourself not getting it, it's because there is something, a belief or a fear, that is holding you back and stopping you from getting that. And I use intuition a lot. I am in the making of a new course called Illuminous Life, which is your and me and everyone's strongest, most powerful tool in your life, because it's always with you. You can't take it away. It's always there with you, and it's constantly telling you what to do, what is right for you. But because we have so busy lives and very loud lives, we get all of these information from social media, from the news, from other people. That's kind of, then we can't hear our intuition, because intuition is this whisper that told you to stop right before crossing the street, and a car was coming by fast and would have run right into you, and you could have died. It's that voice of when you're just about to run a red light and you're like, hey, beware, like there's something here. It's that voice telling you that this person there's something off about them, and then you figure out that they're really bad, or find out later that they're a really bad person. It's that little whisper, that little voice or a sensation or a feeling that something is off, or this pull of, I have to do this, like I need to do this, I really, really want to do this. And when we follow that, when we learn to use that, it's going to be, I find it firstly a lot more easier to navigate your life, because you don't think everything through. You don't try to figure out everything. That requires a lot of energy when you try to figure out everything. You just feel, is this right? Is this wrong? And then you follow it. Then you trust it. And it's always right. And it always does something for a reason. So either if you find yourself, this is not what I wanted, like you feel like you should do this, and it wasn't the good outcome that you wanted, there's a lesson in that you needed before you could actually take the next step. So we have life lessons. We all have things that we have to learn. For me, in my life, in this life, it's about confidence, self-worth. I'm working a lot on self-esteem, self-worth, confidence, and being myself, and being in my own power, and being true to myself, listening to my heart, following my intuition. Like this is what I do. This is what my life is about. Your life lesson might be something completely different. Maybe it's to be the opposite, like be more humble. If you're listening to this, it's probably not that, but just to kind of get you an idea that there are very different lessons that we have to learn through life. So life lessons, and then listening to your intuition and getting these amazing experiences. I like to say, or like it's this crash course in miracles is also like intuition is creating miracles, because when you listen to intuition, you can get to places you never thought was possible because you couldn't figure it out. When you take your mind, your brain out of it, and you listen to your intuition, listening to the signs that you see, listening to the senses that your body is giving you, putting you in that direction, guiding you through all of these different steps. It's like a GPS. You go each step, then you go to the right, then you turn to the left, then you stop, then you go again. So all of these directions. And when you do those, you will see miracles. Because, like I said, you can't figure it out. So it's going to be a miracle because it's something that you never thought could happen. And it happens in this crazy way usually because it's intuition. You can't figure it out. And there was something else also that I wanted to say. My mind is like very easily gets distracted and a little bit scattered. Probably you know that as well. You've had that. And Right, so anyway, I think I'm gonna leave it for that for this time, and I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a like. If you want to hear more of my videos and learn a little bit about this whole world, then please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.